Hello, good morning, YouTube. My name is Grace. I'm one of the targeted individual here in UK. I'm just going to do a brief update to you today about my letter. The letter I wrote to Boris Johnson regarding the targeting, what I've suffered from the MI5, MI6, up to today. It's just that it's been confirmed. It has been confirmed now that these letters were intercepted. It says here, they wrote a letter, they intercepted the letter. I wrote them about 2-3 weeks ago to Boris Johnson. I copied a lot of people, CC, I copied Jeremy, the leader of Labour Party. I do vote Labour Party. So I've not heard from him. I did give him a copy of the letter. I've not heard from my MP too. I copied him, sent a copy to him. I also sent a copy to the Archbishop of Canterbury. I also sent a copy to Nigerian House. I've not seen any reply, but I believe that these letters have been intercepted. And I sent the letters, some of them on a Friday and some of them the next week. Before the week ran out, I was sent a letter from Greenwich Mental Health Council office that that my GP has referred me to them, and I just knew something was odd. So I took the letter and tore it. The next day, it came on a Thursday. The next day, I had a call from Greenwich Mental Health Service, booking an appointment for me to see one of their psychiatrists. And believe me, I've had a lot to do with those people. It's not funny. So I did tell the lady that first she said to me that the letter came from my GP. Then I said to her it couldn't have come from the GP. Then she said the referral was from Buckingham Palace, and I said, well, I had written regarding recent letters, and I said to her that I had not written to Buckingham Palace. I've written to Boris Johnson, the new Prime Minister, and then she said, oh well, they are the same people. So I said, okay. So she booked me an appointment, and afterwards I did phone this lady, and I said to her, can I have a copy of the letter that was sent, a copy of the referral? And then she said she would speak to some people. And it took about almost more than a week for me to speak for anything to happen. But then I still haven't got a copy of the letter, that the referral. And I was told from there that, oh no, it came from Haringey, that they are the same people, forensic psychologists or psychiatrists. They came from it, but they wouldn't give me a name. She said to me there was no name on the letter. I said, how can somebody write a letter without doing a referral, without actually putting in their names on it? Anyway, as cut a long matter short, I pressed on it, and then they sent me this letter, and this is the letter that they've sent. This is Greenwich Council, and I'm gonna read what it says. It says you have been referred to a primary care plus team for an assessment by the Fixated Threat Assessment Center due to concerns about a letter you wrote to the newly appointed Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, at number 10. In the letter, you explain your worrying experiences, and it seems to indicate, according to the Fixated Threat Assessment Center, that you may benefit from help and or support from mental health services. They therefore made a referral to the services. And that is what Greenwich Council have sent to me. Although I asked Greenwich Council that I wanted a copy of the referral letter, because if they are referring about me, I wanted that copy. But instead they've written me a letter, and then they copy my GP. This is my GP. They have sent a letter, copy my GP. This is my GP here. I'm sorry, this thing is not right. This is my GP. And then they CC the center or the area that they said this letter was, the referral came from. That is, the CC Fixated Threat Assessment Center. But there's no name on it. So there's no name. No name on it. There's no name of whoever referred. So how can this be a genuine? So that means that they have intercepted those letters. They don't want people to know what's going on. They continue to attack me day and night. with electromagnetic wave and all the things that they pour into my body for me to die. This is it. They have not put the name of the referral because it's about my health anyway. They're saying to me that I need help, but then they're not telling me who referred, who was kind enough to refer me. This is it. They fixated. They haven't got address. They haven't got a name. So that means it's fake. They have actually intercepted those letters. They don't want anybody to hear, but people are hearing because eventually what is done in the dark will one day be brought to light. Eventually, because they have become complacent. They are targeting children, they are targeting women, they are targeting anybody that will open their mouth, they target. So it's not about fighting crime. This is not about fighting crime. This is not about fighting, ISIS or all these horrible people. It's about, power and abuse of anybody that will open their mouth. And for me, as a black person, it's even worse. So a black person haven't got a voice, but I believe if God didn't want me to use my mouth, he will not give me a voice. There are people that can't talk. So, and if you haven't done anything, you want to shout on your rooftop, to tell the world that, this is what is going on. And because I know my hands are clean and I haven't done anything to deserve what like many people that have been targeted. So this is not about fighting crime. It's not about committing crime and using power to commit crime. This is it. They have not sent me the letter. They have not sent me who referred the letter. They have not sent me where it's come from. I have not actually gone in the internet to see where the center is. So they have not sent me the letter. And this is what Greenwich Council, and I know part of Greenwich Council, not all, because I've lived in this borough for, over 20-something years. They are very nice, but kind of a dotted few of them are people that are also in this targeting, targeting me. Now, this is it. This is what they are saying. And that was last week. I got that last week. This is it. So they have not put a name. They have not put any address. So how can somebody refer somebody to mental health or to any referral without putting a name, without putting an address? That is it. That is what they've said. So it is fake. They have intercepted. So it just goes to show that they have actually intercepted those letters. They don't want people to know. But eventually people are going to know because there are so many people that have been affected. It's not one or two. There's so many people because they're abusing their power. And that's what it's it. And the second thing I want to bring, because I'm here, I'm having this charming in my ears. Sometimes it's worse than others, but I try. God in heaven has made it so possible that if I fall asleep, I want to fall asleep, I fall asleep. And that's it. It's been merciful to me. And because I've been able to, I know what's going on. So I am not overly stressed. I wish it's not happening, but then one gentleman says you have to live with your targeting. Definitely, you have to live with your targeting. There's no escaping. I mean, where do you go to run away from satellites? You can't. So what is happening now? From the hearing, now and again, their voice come through. Now and again, it's not all the time, but now and again. But I'm not afraid. I know it's not from me. I know they're talking in their center. So now and again, I could hear it. I'm hearing that they want to kill me and kill my daughter. I know my daughter was targeted, and we are talking about a 20-something-year-old hairhead. She's stubborn. I love her to be. She's stubborn, but that's all about it. If she has something to say, she does not hold back. But a lot of children in this country, especially born in this country, they're the same thing. I mean, I'd rather somebody, what's on their mind. This poor soul that hasn't done anything to anybody, is being targeted. He's been targeted. They first started with this child, targeting her. She came home with hairs falling off from her head for no reason. Because she's talking. For no reason, hair are falling off from her hair. All that part you see here, that she started coming to tell me that she's having this burning sensation, but at the time I didn't know what it meant until I started having it after they stopped. I don't think they stopped completely. They started having it, but now they're planning to kill her. So if anybody asks the MI5, what has my daughter done to deserve to be killed? Because I heard the conversation actually. So in a way, this is working for me. So if you think it was meant to be detrimental, it's not detrimental. God has a way. He changed water into wine. Where there is no hope, he gives hope. So this is not detrimental to me. I heard this, and sometimes he does as if it's next door. It's not next door. I'm very much aware. I've educated myself on how this thing works. So it seems it's next door, but it's not next door. So he said, kill her daughter. That's what he said. And again, I know they've been doing a lot of digging around this area. And also, I've seen across the road where I live, the flats there, it's a block of 2 flats. Not 2 flats, 2 floors. 1 floor, 2nd floor. In the middle floor, I've had instances where this electromagnetic is beaming from that floor, from that flat into my own flat. I've seen it. I've taken pictures of it. And a few days ago, I've just seen the person that was living there, somebody that lived there died last year, I think last year or early this year, I think last year. And they moved somebody, probably an old person there, but then the people that I'm seeing there is like a Chinese looking person. And you know, I'm not trying to say he's involved, but he does feel uncomfortable. You know, it doesn't look genuine. And then on the top floor again, because I knew that when the person that came in, I knew they came in to survey the flat and they wanted to put something there. I don't know, but I know that at times I've had beams from that house or from that flat into my because it's just opposite. And then the top one, then this morning I've seen somebody looking like a kind of an Eastern European person. But I know they want to kill me. They want to kill me, but they still have not told me what I've done. Nobody has had the guts to stand there and say, Grace, this is what you've done. And that's why we have to take your life. But they haven't. They're hiding behind walls. So the Bible says, it's truth shall set you free. They are hiding behind walls. And just like what they're doing to so many people, destroying lives. Because they can, not because anything anybody has done. Just because. And this weapon is meant to be used in the warfield. Why are they not using it? Why are they using it in homes, into children, into young women? Is that where they are fighting their war? Into women? I'm middle-aged old woman. I'm not tall. I'm 5'2", 2.5. Why is a military man bucked up, being taught to kill? Why is he fighting me? And why is he hiding under walls? Why are they fighting me? Why are they hurting and fighting me? Nobody has told me. I went to the police. They are part of it. They have not responded. I have written to my MP. He has not responded. So maybe he has not got the letter, or he just doesn't want to report. But again, looking at things that is happening now, I think they have actually stopped the letter on the track. But you can stop as many letters as you want. One day, the truth shall let itself out, because no darkness can comprehend light. One day, the light of God shines through. One day, your story will be told, what you've done. And one day, wherever you are, God will, you will pay for what you've done to people. The blood of the innocent will not let you rest. You will pay. And every one of you that has participated in this. So the plan is to kill me and kill my daughter. So nobody has told me what that poor soul has done to anybody. Nobody has told me. Yeah, she's argumentative. Who is not? Yes, very vocal. Who is not? So how come she becomes a threat to this country, that somebody will pay someone to go and kill her for no reason? She's pregnant now. For no reason. She has not committed a crime. She has not hurt anybody. She's minding her business. If you say hi, she'll say hi. If you don't say hi, she'll go about business. She's not looking for trouble. So why would they say kill her daughter? I'm being surrounded. Left, my neighbors that have lived there years with them, suddenly they've become, because they're being paid, they have become the perpetrator. Then we have people up on I'm being surrounded. I'm just compounded on front, back, side. And then the man, I know my handler. The man without hair on his head, I know my handler. I know my handler. So he's the one, maybe he's the one, because it was a European voice I heard. It was a British man's voice. Say, we kill our daughter, kill our daughter. That's the last thing I heard, kill our daughter. So what has my daughter done that you want to take her life? What has she done? What's my daughter done that you want to take her life? What have I done that you want to take my life? What have I done? So that is the case. So it's not about fighting crime, folks. It's about power. It's about being abusive. It's about home terrorism. Because, I mean, the terror, people can see, if you see them, you run away. You go and hide. This one, they are hiding from you and killing you, but they're hiding. They're the one hiding. They're the one hiding. So it's not people that, it's you that you run away from terror. I don't know where to go, because they're all over the place. I wish I could find a safe haven. I will go. I'm not fighting nobody. I don't want to fight nobody. I'm not capable of fighting nobody. I've never fought anybody in my life, well, apart from the husband, but I've never actually fought anybody. If you say something to me, I say it back. I'm not going to stand there and not say something back to you. Definitely, I say it back. But apart from that, that's all. So for them to pick on a middle-aged old woman pouring this thing and then they're earning money, it's the bottom of the earth. It's the bottom of the, and these are well-trained men. And I'm told the occult I've got something to do with it. So I don't know who you worship, but you need to understand that people have been doing this from thy kingdom come. They are no more here. So it hasn't worked for them, because if it has worked for them, they will still be here. They are no more here. It has not helped. When your time comes, the Lord will, you will be blown out. Wherever you are, you're gone. So what is the point? But picking on young children, picking on young women, all the ones I see on the YouTube, most are very young people that should be protected. He's the one that are old men, and some of them are old men in their 50s. The younger ones are in their 50s, in their 60s, in their 70s. One foot in the grave, waiting to be bumped up. They are the one attacking these young people. And they said the young people are the future. So if you're killing them and attacking them, who is going to be your future? You haven't thought this through, have you? It's about power. It's about money to show that you can kill. But your own life, does it belong to you? It does not. You don't know when the time comes. If you kill me, God will kill you. You will die. You will not sit here and enjoy this life. You will. You and your children, you and everybody that is part of it. You also die. You will not enjoy it. Because I know I have not done anything. So if you kill me, you will die. You too will die. You won't last. You will die your own breath, because you will die. God will extinguish you too. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting anybody. I'm just talking here, and I'm pouring out my sorrows. And for you, that doctor, please, you need to pardon me if you're getting upset. I could hear your voice. You came through. I think it's a few weeks back. You came through. You were complaining, saying, "Oh, that will see what I'm talking on the YouTube." Yes, I'm talking. I'm happy that I can talk. When you're psychotic, it's a good way. When you talk out, you take your sorrows out. So it's better than taking medication. So there are people that are going to be sympathetic. There are people that probably might criticize you. But to say, for you to start complaining that I'm going on YouTube, see what you're doing. And I've also noticed that your rating has gone up. I hope that it is through hard work, that you've not manipulated the figure. If it's through hard work, then bravo. That means you've changed. That means you've changed. You've done well. But if you're manipulating the figure, eventually to come out, because this thing has a way of working itself out. So you were complaining. I'm so sorry, sir, for complaining. But I mean, if you're telling somebody they've got psychosis and they haven't got psychosis, or well, maybe my talking out is a sign of my psychosis. So it's good for me to talk. Then at least I can pour my sorrows away. And talking, when you talk, you relieve pressure. So whatever was causing my psychosis, I hope they're saying, they're knowing that, okay, this one is talking, maybe she'll get help, So if you have psychosis, there are so many things to do. So maybe the psychosis that is making me talk out. So if you're feeling that I'm talking about you in YouTube, you need to pardon me, because it might be part of you remember the condition that you have, diagnosed me with. So it's probably part of the condition, just like the rest of the targeted individual being falsely diagnosed with mental health because we are complaining. Yeah, I mean, if we should swap my place, I will swap my place with you any day. You sit in my shoes and get what they're pouring on me, and then you come back and tell me psychosis. I will swap. I'll actually pay you to swap my position with you. You sit and let them pour this thing. Let them attach you to this thing and pour it on yourself. Then you come back and tell me if this is psychosis or not. So if you're complaining, I could hear you. I'm sure they've taken you to their center, so you can see. I'm sure you could see me through the center. You see me covering with all those things. I have to cover, sir, because this thing is pouring on me. My body cannot take it. It burns, it cuts. I've got cuts, I've got burns, I've got wounds on my body. So I have to cover anything. I'm just checking on the internet to see anything they suggest, and that's what I'm doing. So sometimes I might appear as if I'm mad. I am not mad. I'm just trying to escape. There's no escaping from this. I'm just trying to. I can't hide under the bed. I can't hide under the table. It does not work. So I put something on my head. There's always a pressure on my head, on this part of my head. Pressure as if somebody is running something like a light that never stops into. Sometimes it becomes so hot and painful. So I'm doing that, sir. So it's not, well, if you think it's madness for me to try to come up with tinfoil, I mean, I hope you read about what tinfoil does then before you diagnose your madness. So if you're mourning, sir, I am sorry for the hurt that this is caused to you. Just that I'm hurting too. So I'm letting my sorrows out on the YouTube, just like a lot of people in my shoes doing. So I'm doing the same thing. So I didn't mean to be offended to offend you. It could also be the sickness that you diagnosed me with, the psychosis or the delusional, that is making me come into the internet and lay my sorrows out to see. I've had a lot of positive comment from people, a lot of people too that are going through what I'm going through. I've also, commented. So I'm grateful for those people. I thank you. So this video is not gonna be as long as usual. I'm hearing they want to kill me. They want to kill my child. So I don't know if it's gonna be a bullet. I don't know. When I go into the bathroom to soak to try to get some of these nanoparticles out of my body, on about weeks now, when I go into the bathroom and soak myself, by the time I'm coming out, I can't breathe. I'm short of air. I kind of as if I'm gonna pass out. Actually, there are times as if I'm going to pass out. So I believe the next door man, the next door man there, he knows where he comes from. The one on my right side. So maybe each time I come go into the bathroom, I can feel burning sensation on my right hand side. So I'm thinking it's been putting a lot of obnoxious gas through their system into my home, and I could sometimes actually see this black smoke coming out from the wall. I don't know if I'm meant to be seeing it, but I could see it. And by the time I'm leaving the bathroom, I'm looking as if I want to pass out. No oxygen at all in my lungs. So what I did the last time, not today, because I just had a quick shower. These days when I'm going to the bathroom, I open the window, I open the door. And when I did that the last time, funny enough, I did not pass out. I did not pass out. So it's telling me something. Somebody is, when you're in the bathroom, you want your privacy, isn't it? You shut the door. And for me, I like the window shut because of what they've been for. So I shut it down, shut the window. So if they're busy packing this obnoxious gas, and I know I've heard they've used obnoxious gas on people. So it's meant for me to just collapse. Obviously, when they do postmortem, they will find out where this gas is coming from. I don't have gas in my house. I use electric. So it will be funny, but I don't want to pass out bathing. I don't want to pass out naked in the bathroom. So, sir, if you're pouring next door, the man from Italy, if you're pouring gas into my home, can you stop it, sir? I'm not pouring gas into your home. I have not done you anything. I have not offended you. You're being paid to harm me, to hurt me. You need to stop. You need to stop. If you kill me, you will die. You will die. God will not allow you to live your life. You will not live your life through. You will die. You too will lose your life. Because the reaction of God will make sure you lose your own life. I've never attempted to take anybody's life. So if you're sitting there thinking that you're gonna get away, you can hide as much as you want. You will not live. God will not allow you to live. The blood of the innocent will not allow you to live. You will not live. If you have children, they will not live. If you have a wife, they will not live. If you have a mother, they will not live. That's what I'm telling you. I don't have anything I believe in. I believe in God, and that's all. That is my hope. I know I haven't. I'm not righteous. I'm not sitting here and saying I'm sinless. I was born in sin as anybody else, but I try not to dwell in sin. So if you're going there hiding, pouring these things, so that I could collapse, I could die. You will die. You will, as soon as I die, your own hair, God will find a way where your hair will vanquish from you, and you'll be nothing. Every one of you that's participated in this, unless you have created me. If you haven't created me, if you haven't made any hair of my hair, the Lord said He will not allow any hair of our head to pass away without Him knowing. If you made any part of my body, you have control. If you haven't made any part of my body, you haven't got control. So whatever you're doing, be doing it. You're gonna get paid. You're getting paid physically. You're gonna get paid spiritually. Before the end of your life, you're gonna get paid because God is not mocked. So if you like, pour oxygen. Pour carbon monoxide, pour carbon dioxide, pour and hide. And you think you're going to hide from God. You can't hide from God. There's nowhere you're going to go because He made heaven and earth and He knows where everything is. So He will fish you out, every one of you. You will lose your own life. You will die too. You will die. You kill me, you kill my children. Ask God, pay people, pay foreigners to come and kill me. They will die, you will die. All of you. Because I haven't done anything. These are my hands. And that's what I give to God. If there's anything in me to hurt anybody, if there's anything in me, this is my hand. That's what I give to God every day. This is me. So this is not about you fighting terrorism. This is about you being wicked. This is about you showing that you've got the power to take life, but you have not created any life. So you haven't got power to take life you haven't created. You haven't got power. You shouldn't be doing what you're doing. It's meant to be war. Somebody shoot at you, you can shoot them back, but nobody's shooting at you, but you're shooting them. And they are mostly women. And I don't know what the government is doing. I mean, they should be looking at the statistics of who you're fighting. Young women. I mean, like my child, 20-something years old. She's not a policewoman. She's not in battle. You're fighting her, pouring acid into her body to die. And when you die, you hope to have your own children. You hope to hide. You hope to take that money that you earned to. You will not. You will not. You will take your own life. Your own life will go. It has to go. And if you got children, they will have to go because you've taken somebody else's child. I don't wish you bad. I don't wish you bad. I've never wished you. I don't wish you bad. I don't wish you bad. But this is just what I'm experiencing. I don't wish anybody bad. So I'm not a threat. I'm not a fixated threat. I've never been a threat. I will never be a threat. I haven't got a threat body. I've lived in this country over 25 years. I've never committed a crime. So all that lies that you're saying, a lot of people now are coming to see the lies that you're talking, the lies and the slander. And then you go and pick up all those letters, hoping to lie, hoping to hide. There's so long you can hide. There is so long you can hide. And you, my handler, you can't do your dirty job. You're asking somebody else to do it. You can't do it. You're hiding. I'm not hiding from you. I know who you are. I've not done anything to offend you. And I know you. I know who you are. I know your wife. You've got a wife. What you're doing to me, would you want it to be done to yourself or your wife? You've got a wife. You've got grandchildren. Go and pay somebody to kill me. You will lose your life. God is not mocked. You will lose your life. Your wife will lose your life. Everybody involved will lose their life. That's how God works. I don't hope to hurt anybody. I've never hurt, and I will never hurt anybody. My family, nobody in my family has ever hurt anybody. We don't participate in it. We don't participate. The Lord said, "Thou shalt not kill." I have no right to take anybody's life. I've never planned to take anybody's life. I've never planned to hurt anybody. I've never really fought apart from the husband. You know, I had to stand up to him at some point. But I've never, ever in my life stand there and sling, slang, sloom. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not holy, but I'm not that sort of person. Try to live my life as simple as I can. You know, I'm not an angel. There are things that, you know, when you're young, you do silly things. You say, oh God, it's not about any harmful thing. It's not about, you know, anything. I've never done anything to hurt anybody. So you're hiding there, hurting and getting money, getting paid, watching me suffer, and you want to start kill my children for no reason. They haven't done anything to you, but because you have the ammunition and you can hide, and the Lord covers you. But there will be a time that Lord, even if the Lord covers you, the Lord will bring you out, and it will justice. So if you kill me, you kill my children, you will also die. You will not live to enjoy. You will die. God will make sure your own life is vanquished. You become earth. And that's the promise of God over me. Thank you. Sorry if I'm shouting this morning. I just thought I'd share this with you. Be strong. Be strong in the Lord, and He will protect you, protect us. One day, all this shall come to pass. There's nothing that has a beginning without end. Everybody's hurting. A lot of people are hurting, even children. I see in America where they actually put this implants in children, which is, I don't know how it got to this point. And again, you see this history of America. It was built on blood, and that's why it hasn't stopped. I mean, if anybody's listening, they should learn from what's happening in America. It was built on people's blood. That blood is still there. Blood in their hand. It has not stopped. Children are now the one going about killing. It has never stopped. They need to change their ways and come back to God. And for you, you've been a slave master before, and maybe some of you have done so well that repent and try to help. But some of you are still going, in that path because you think you're indispensable. You are not indispensable. So if you kill me, God will kill you. You won't take nonsense. God will take your own life. He will take everything that belongs to you. Everybody that has participated to hurt, to harm me, God will cut it off too. In Jesus' name, in the blood of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, everybody. Bye.